Hey Gemini, welcome to your February 2025 mid-month reading. We're just going to go ahead and get started here and jump straight in. The reason why I'm laughing is because the moon card came out, and the moon card came out for Aries and Taurus, and I've been talking about all the Pisces energy that's about to kick in here for the collective as we have the Sun and Mercury coming to Pisces here this month. You know, Mercury will come into Pisces on February 14th. The Sun will come into Pisces on the 18th, and then we'll have a new moon in Pisces. That will be on the 27th, and Mercury's making all these aspects for the rest of the month, and you know, Mercury's in Pisces. So there's so much Pisces energy that's getting infused into our lives, and I'm laughing because it's just funny how things repeat itself. Like literally the universe is pattern. But if you want to know what the Pisces energy is all about, well, Pisces deals with the deepening of awareness. Yes, it deals with intuition, our dreams, our imagination. You can even say creativity, spirituality. But there is this part of Pisces that people don't talk a lot about, and because they forget, or maybe they don't forget, but just don't talk about it. Is that Pisces' other ruling planet besides Neptune is Jupiter, and Jupiter deals with wisdom. And so when you throw that in Pisces, there's this submerging of this depth and wisdom and knowledge and learning. And with it being in Pisces, it's inconclusive. There is no end to it. It's this ever-seeking and deepening of knowledge and awareness. And so there's so many things that we're about to wake up to in the world in Pisces season that I don't think people are even ready for. To where you will be questioning reality. Like, what the fuck is reality? Because when all this energy kicks off this month in Pisces season and going into March, it will be activating that North Node. And what is the North Node? Well, it creates external change. It pulls us into the future and makes us, you know, start creating a better future and creating a future. And it's this Pisces future of these ideals, dreams, like all types of stuff that we're unaware of, that we're becoming aware of. So let's see here, Gemini. And for you, all this stuff's happening in your 10th house, or of your work and your career. So it may feel a little bit messy, if I'm going to be real with you, because this energy does square you, right? Pisces squares you. It could feel a little bit messy, but it could also maybe feel a little bit dreamy. So let's see. Maybe that's what you've been needing. It's like you've been needing those big abstract ideals and creativity and that imagination and flexibility and fluidness, right, to help you really to create some type of intrinsic motivation. All right, let's pull your oracle cards, and then we'll jump into your reading. Let's pull your oracle cards here, Gemini. You pulled this retrograde card. It says review. Oh, and speaking of the retrograde, we have Mars coming direct on February 23rd. And we are in pre-shadow, right? You know, Venus is in pre-shadow. Venus will retrograde in March. I think it's March. I can't think off the top of my head right now. But I would say there's a lot of things that you're reviewing here for the rest of February. Retrograde energy is all about reviewing. It's more so contemplation and introspection and patience with things, not rushing into things, not starting totally new things, not, you know, trying to, a retrograde is like, for an example, like if you're climbing a mountain, first you're like, all right, let's go. But, you know, the retrograde part metaphorically would be, all right, we need to like stop. We need to like hydrate. We need to like refuel. So it's almost like this big refuel here for you, like you're refueling, like getting ready for something even bigger here. Maybe things are becoming bigger. Let's see. Pulled this love card. You could be reviewing love and relationships, but I don't get that primarily. I think here that there could literally be, like on a side note here, new love here for you with this rose card if you're single. You do have the Two of Cups here in the outcome. That's why I say that. But if you're in a relationship here, this could be, you know, more love that is happening. You know, red is about passion, so there's probably a lot more passion coming into the relationship. Also, the rose is connected to Valentine's. Valentine's is on the 14th. right? So could be some romantic stuff there. Oh shit! This personal power card wanted to come out. So your personal power wants to come through, and I think it's time for you to step into your personal power. You do have this Two of Wands here as your advice, which is all about self-determination and stepping into action. Oh man, I see you in a building energy here, Gemini. Let's see. You pulled this I Am Presence card. This is the crown chakra. Well, I think there's going to be a lot of crown chakra activations with all this Pisces energy. Yes, Pisces is connected to the sixth chakra, but I think it's also the crown. So what that means is your spirituality is definitely going to deepen, because Pisces deals with spirituality, the depth, you know. And I also feel you just feeling more aligned. I see you being more aligned here. Especially if you've been feeling like you're spiritual, if you've been feeling spiritually just cut off, all this shit's about to return with Pisces, with the Pisces season. You have the Moon card here in the position of the good stuff. Well, the good stuff happening for you is Pisces season, is the Piscean energy here. The Moon card does deal with fears, but I don't really get fears here. If anything, you would be confronting your fears here. The Moon card also deals with the subconscious, unconscious, any type of blockages here. If you've been having a hard time dissolving whatever those blockages are, I think when we go into this month here, you'll be able to really dissolve those blockages, which will lead to a lot of inner growth here for you. Specifically in the area of like your mind, I just see your whole mindset changing in a very positive way. You have the Devil card here for the overall energy. I don't get a negative vibe off this Devil card. The Devil card is very much so connected to the 10th house, where all this Pisces energy is going to be for you. And the 10th house is connected to Capricorn, and the Devil card is Capricorn. So it deals with being critically tenacious when it comes to achieving your goals, right? And having to put in structure. There could be some serious career decisions that you make here, or that you're going to have to get more serious about in regards to your career, specifically when we have Mercury conjunct Saturn and Pisces, which will be on the 25th. But that's also too with them, but the intellect, the mind, Mercury and Saturn, you know, the disciplinary comes in, and we really start to be like, okay, what really needs to be done here? So I think there is kind of the serious tone, but in a way in which it's because you really want to build great things here and do great things here. You have the Seven of Pentacles here in the position of your hopes and your fears. I think you're hoping for growth. The Seven of Pentacles is being able to cultivate growth, specifically in the areas of like your career, your finances, your resources here. Also, you could be hoping too that you'll be able to have enough for you to really be able to do what it is that you want to do, or that you'll be taken care of here. You have the Six of Wands here in your current energy. Well, I just think you need to keep marching to the beat of your own drum here, Gemini. That's what the Six of Wands is. It's not about being arrogant. It's about uplifting others, inspiring others as a leader, and leading the way, right? Leading by example. I think you're someone here who is very confident, and I think your confidence is very, it rubs off on people. So you have, and you may not even know this about yourself, Gemini. Some of y'all do. Some of y'all Geminis are like, I fucking know. But I think you do have, it's your voice. It's your voice, and Jupiter's came direct in your sign, so that vocal, intellectual prowess is really online for you. And so your voice is really big at this time, and Jupiter does deal with expansion and positivity and optimism. And for you, there's so much growth happening for you. So use the power of your mind, use your knowledge and your wisdom, and be a leader. Jupiter is an authority as a planet. It's the Sun, Mercury, and Mars, the authorities. Or you can Mars somewhat, but it's like Sun, Jupiter. You can say Mars, yeah, you can say Mars too. You can say Saturn, but I don't know. Yeah, Saturn would be authorities too. But what I'm trying to say is, Six of Wands is your personal power, your personal authority, and, you know, being a leader for others, like just going your own route here, doing you, being you. You have the Hierophant here in the challenge, which you already do well, so just keep doing. You have the Hierophant here in your challenge. Community could be a challenge for you at this time. I'll keep it real. We will have a Venus retrograde that will retrograde in your 10th, but first it will start off in your 11th in Aries, and so that will be, and Venus is already in this pre-shadow, so you're probably wondering there's certain things coming up with your communities, possible friendships, relationships that you could be reviewing at this time, right? Maybe you're like, I don't really enjoy this, I kind of want to like not be a part of this, or I need to change certain things here. Then it's going to retrograde back into your 10th house, which connects to your career, so maybe it's something in regards to your career or something like that. So the Hierophant can deal with communities, and that could be a challenge here for you. Because I think, you know, the Hierophant deals with our beliefs. It's our virtues. It's our principles. It's our morals, our ethics. And I think right now, that's, for that part of your life, or that specific thing is what's being challenged. Like maybe your beliefs are changing, or maybe you don't fit into certain things anymore because you have different beliefs. Right. And also too, this could be too to where you're really wanting to seek out more education for yourself, right? The Hierophant deals with higher levels of education and learning, guides, gurus. So I think it would be very important for you to seek these things out at this time, especially if you're trying to get to the pinnacle of things, like if you're really trying to take things to the next level in your life. But to rely on your wisdom too at the same time. I think that's that Pisces energy. You know, I'm going to go through your reading, but Pisces says, like, hey, you don't know everything and you can't know everything, so stop trying to act like you do know everything, right? Like, because there's always more and more and more to learn, and sometimes we get stuck, Hierophant, in these dogmatic philosophies and beliefs that aren't serving us, or that maybe we've outgrown. So the Two of Wands, as your advice is saying here, to define what it is that you want, right, and really step into taking bold action. I always see the Two of Wands is that famous quote, you know, fortune favors the bold. And that's what the Two of Wands is. That's what your advice is to be bold. You have the High Priestess here in the future position. High Priestess is also connected to Pisces as well. It's also the archetype of the moon. One thing I really see you doing is I see you diving deeply into something here. You may be like, Austin, what are you talking about? Just wait till all this Pisces energy kicks in. Your mind is about to take you down rabbit holes that you haven't gone through or gone down, and neither has the collective. Just wait. There's going to be so much shit that's like, what is reality? But the High Priestess being here, the High Priestess being here in the future, this is definitely you deepening your spirituality. The High Priestess is one who seeks, who's always seeking more and more and more, who's open-minded, receptive, and listens and observes and takes in and absorbs. And I think you're very psychic here as well. That moon card in the position of something you're in the good stuff here. I see your spiritual abilities here increasing, your clairvoyance here increasing. And even if you're not technically a psychic, your clairvoyant energies in general will start to strengthen. You'll become a lot more sensitive to the subtle energies of things with all the Pisces energy that's going to happen. Right, so this is where you rely on your intuitive instincts and your wisdom here. You have the Two of Cups here in the outcome position. Well, I think this is love. So if you've been looking for love and you're single, this could be someone here that you're meeting. If you're already in a relationship here, this is just good things happening. I feel like there's more receptivity and emotional connectiveness, if that's been missing. I do see that. But also you feeling connected to yourself, Two of Cups. So you have the Eight of Pentacles here in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles says, you know, it's about mastering something. And with the Devil card, this is about wanting to really be great. The Devil card is literally the goat, right? There's literally a fucking goat at the top of the main character in the Devil card, right? Which, there's a bunch of symbolism for that. But it's just the goat, right? The greatest of all time. Like really wanting to do great things. But it does take the refinement, right? Eight of Pentacles is mastery, doing the work, doing your due diligence every single day, right? And that may be something that you're unaware of, is like just keep focusing on your own goals and your dreams here. Eight of Pentacles as well, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let's clarify your read. Your reading has me fired up, Gemini. Maybe it's that Venus and Aries like just kicked in. Aries is your 11th house. Very interesting. So I just talked about that. I'm talking a lot. That's how you know you're doing a Gemini reading when you start talking a lot. Clarify the moon. Clarify the moon card here and the position of the good stuff. The Hangman, which is Neptune. Neptune's with the North Node, and as we progress through February, it'll still be with that North Node. It won't be an exact conjunction, but it's still conjunct. And so the good thing that's happening here, the Hangman is all about seeing things from a different angle and your perception changing, a shift in one's awareness to where what it really does on a deep level is it transcends your personal and social values into something more universal. Because you see more, you realize more. And so one thing I see really happening for you is, for one, it's be deepening your spirituality, new meaning that's starting to be born, a lot of imagination, creativity, and also your spiritual abilities and just your spirituality increasing here. The Hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge. And so you're gaining a really deep, broad perspective here on things that you're unaware of at this time. And I think whatever you discover will be a good thing. I don't think you know what it is yet. Clarify the Devil card for your overall energy. You have the Ace of Cups here. Yep. Ace of Cups, it doesn't necessarily mean your dreams. It actually means peace and serenity and emotional fulfillment. But you know what's funny? Your emotional fulfillment will come from the hard work that you do. Like sometimes people just think it just comes like if you're not doing anything with your life and you're just sitting idle, right? No wonder you're not happy, right? No wonder you don't feel fulfilled. But when you actually start working on things and doing things and structuring things with your life, like then that's where like that meaning and that emotional fulfillment comes in. But I don't really feel like that's you. This is like a side note here. Maybe it was for a specific someone. But I think here that the Ace of Cups is pointing to like your dreams because it's just the water element. So your imagination and your vision. And I think here the Devil card will be the reality. It's like, how do you really turn your dreams into a reality? So that's what you'll be getting very serious about. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. You have the Two of Swords here. I just feel one thing you're hoping for is actually I feel like this is your fears. I feel like you fear settling for a life of mediocrity. I literally see that. I think you really don't want to live a mediocre life. Seven of Pentacles, Two of Swords. It's like you're really trying to figure out like how can you really take something to the next level or take your life to the next level and really cultivate more growth. I think that's what you're hoping for. And I think it's all going to come through the Hierophant, which is wisdom, knowledge, guides, mentors, teachers, and submerging yourself into learning and exploring things from all types of different angles. Clarify the Six of Wands. Six of Wands in your current energy. You have the Eight of Swords. Even me, I'll give you an example. Like I'm working on a lot of astrology stuff. And you know what I realized last night? I was like, you know what? I may think I know certain things about the astrology, but let me actually just go through it again. And I do that with the tarot all the time too. I'll go through the tarot again and I learn even more things. I'm like, sometimes, I get a little cocky and I'm like, I fucking know everything about tarot, right? I pretty much know everything. I know what everything means. But it's not until you humble yourself and you're like, let me actually just read through it again. Let me learn about it again. And then you're like, holy fuck, I'm learning something totally new. Right? But my example was, even last night when I was doing the astrology, I was like, okay, like I'm gonna go through this step by step, and I'm gonna actually learn in a different way. Like I want to learn from all angles here instead of just trailblazing one way, right? It's like sometimes it's like, yes, when you've defined things and created a structure that works, but you can't be too rigid all the time. So the Hierophant being here, or that Eight of Swords with the Six of Wands, for one, I think your confidence we'll fall back on. There's actually a very famous quote. I know I'm talking a lot, but like I said, I'm doing a Gemini read. There's a very famous quote that goes, we don't fall back. We fall back on our level of training. Right, so whenever we go for something, we usually fall back on the amount of training we've done, or the amount of work we've actually done. Right, so when you put in a lot of work, and there's also one of my favorite quotes is, or one of my favorite sayings is that, amateurs enjoy practice and professionals don't enjoy practice. You want to know why? Because professionals do the really hard work and they really dive into things, right? And they, like Michael Jordan, right? Or Kobe Bryant, just shooting millions of free throws, right? Just to fucking be good at free throws, right? But it's through that's when you become a professional. It's when you do that hard work and practice, not just doing something as an amateur. That's why I feel like there's something here, Geminis, where you don't want to be an amateur. You don't want to be mediocrity. It's you really want greatness. You really want to strive for something great. It's we don't fall back on what we know, I think is how it goes. We fall back on our level of training or a level of the work that we did. Right, whenever we're striving for something, we usually fall back on, how much have I really done or learned, or the work that I put in. Clarify the hierophant in your challenge. You have the Empress here. Clarify the Two of Wands as your advice. Yeah, because I already feel you have the ideas, you know how to create it, right? I feel like you're someone here, Gemini, that has a million different tabs open about every single way in which you can create something, but it's the Two of Wands that needs to happen, right? The Two of Wands is action, bold, be bold, take action, do it, just implement it, start. Clarify the High Priestess in the future. You pull the Ten of Wands here, and this would be the commitment, right? The Ten of Wands is the burden of responsibility, and the Ten of Wands is Saturn and Sagittarius deals with education and learning, and Saturn deals with the discipline of doing that. But it's the discipline of ever learning, of continuous deep search, or deep research, learning, right? Reflecting. So this is this is a very strong commitment that you're making to really dive into things very deeply, so that way you can really transcend your limitations and obstacles, right? Through all the hard work that you're going to be doing. Gemini. Clarify the Two of Cups and the outcome. You have the Ace of Wands. It'll all be worth it. This Two of Cups, yes, it can be love. And in fact, the Ace of Wands would be some spicy romance stuff. So definitely if you're single, there's probably some spicy romance coming in. But if you're in a relationship, there's probably more spicy romance. But I think here, when it comes to yourself, the Ace of Wands, Two of Cups is the intrinsic motivation that you feel, and the validation that you feel, and the clarity that you feel, and the enjoyment that you feel. Right, because of really doing things for yourself. So I see you being emotionally fulfilled here. Clarify the Two of Wands as your advice. You pulled the Page of Pentacles here. Yeah, and the Page of Pentacles is the practical application of knowledge, the practical application and effort that you put into things. Two of Wands, and I'm not saying you're not doing that, but I'm saying your advice for the rest of this February is to do that, just to keep doing it if you're already doing it. But the Two of Wands is bold, decisive action, step into being self-determined, identify what it is that you want, take action. Page of Pentacles is, I'm going to take action, and I'm going to steadily do this. I'm going to apply myself practically every single day. I'm going to work on it, refine it, improve it, grow it. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles here in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. You have the Five of Cups here. I would, let go of perfectionism. It doesn't have to be perfect. Yes, you want to strive to do the best you can, right? Of course, you don't want to do, you want to produce quality, of course. But I think, sometimes we get so caught up in it have to be perfect that we just lose momentum, or just we could be doing a lot more. It's sometimes speed is the way to go. Think about it. Maybe there's been a book you've been writing for 5 years, right? Or for 5 months. Or I don't want to say it takes a while to write a book. You get what I'm saying? It's maybe it's an article post or a blog post, and let's just say it should usually take you a week, right? Or a few days, but it's been like weeks and months, right? That's where it's like, that's like the speed part. To where it's like, it doesn't have to be totally perfect, because you can always nitpick everything. Even if it looks good, sometimes we can just still nitpick it all and be like, no, it needs to be this way, this way, this way. I feel like you have a lot of, it's good enough. Like, you're really good at what you do. You just got to like own it and like share it. So that's what I got for you, Gemini, in your reading. I know I went off in this read, but so that's what I got for you. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link's down below in the description. If you need any clarity, confirmation, or you need any guidance or any insights, I'm definitely here for you. Again, that link's down below in the description. If you click that link, it'll take you straight to my website. And then you can just click the book now, and then it'll show you the different reads that I have to offer. If you're newer to the channel, of course, I encourage you to subscribe. And if you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And I will see you later. Bye, Gemini.